Let's talk about something that pretty much powers your entire digital life, whether you realize it or not. From your music playlist to your team's to-do list, it's all running on a model called SaaS, or software as a service. And trust me, once you get what it is, you are going to see it everywhere.
So you hear this all the time from entrepreneurs, right? I'm going to start a SaaS business. It's kind of become the default dream in the tech world. But what if I told you there's a huge misunderstanding baked right into that sentence?
Because, well, it's not really a thing. Saying you want to start a SaaS business is kind of like a chef saying they want to open a subscription restaurant. It tells us how you plan to charge people, sure, but it tells us absolutely nothing about what you're actually serving. So let's just clear this up right away. We have to redefine SaaS in our heads. It is not a product. It's a business model. It's not what you're building, it's how you're going to sell it. A business model, at the end of the day, is just how a company charges for the value it's creating. It's the engine that turns a great idea into actual money. So what kind of engine are we talking about when we say SaaS? At its absolute core, SaaS just means you're not selling software as a one-and-done product anymore. You're selling ongoing access to that software as a service. Think of it like renting an apartment versus buying a house. You pay a recurring fee for the right to use it. To really let this sink in, you gotta look at how things used to be. The switch from selling software in a box to delivering it as a service online was a total game changer for, well, everything. And this really breaks it down perfectly. On the left, the old way. You'd pay a huge one-time cost, you'd own a license, and then you were on your own for all the annoying manual updates. Just think about buying a big physical box with a Windows 95 CD in it. Now, on the right, you've got the service model. It's a lower, recurring fee. You're just accessing the service, and the best part? All the updates happen automatically, behind the scenes. Think of a tool like Xero for your accounting. It's just always up to date. So what's the magic that makes all this possible? You've heard the buzzword a million times, the cloud. But it's not some mystical thing. It literally just means that all the hard work, all the processing and data storage isn't happening on your little laptop. It's happening on the company's giant, powerful computers in their data centers. You just get to access it. That's it.
Now, you might be thinking this all sounds very corporate and businessy, but the truth is you are almost definitely using a whole bunch of SaaS products every single day without even thinking about it.
You pay a monthly fee for Spotify, right? That's SaaS. You're not buying albums, you're paying for the service of listening to music. You use Trello or Asana to organize your projects? SaaS. Use Evernote to keep your notes synced up everywhere? Yep, that's SaaS too. It's all about paying for a continuous service, not a one-time thing. So why? Why did this model completely take over? Well, for the businesses running them, SaaS offers some just incredible advantages that the old way of selling things could never touch. For starters, it's insanely scalable. Going from 10 customers to 10,000 doesn't mean you have to build a new factory, you just add more server power. It also pretty much kills piracy, because how do you pirate a service you have to log into? And because it's so efficient, it frees up a ton of money that can be used for other things. And how much money are we talking about? Take a look at this number, 20 to 40%. That is a huge range, and it represents one of the biggest strategic weapons in a SaaS company's arsenal. But what is it for? That is the chunk of a SaaS company's entire budget that they can just pour directly into marketing and sales. Since they're not spending a fortune on things like manufacturing or shipping physical products, they can take all that cash and build a massive engine to get new customers. It's what fuels that explosive growth you always hear about. Okay, so you get it. SaaS is powerful. But that doesn't mean it's the right fit for every idea. So how can you tell if your idea should be a SaaS? Luckily, there's a pretty simple checklist. So if you've got a business idea swirling around in your head, just pause for a second and ask yourself this question. Running it through these next 3 filters will tell you a lot about whether a recurring subscription model is the way to go. All right, here it is, number 1. Does it take something people usually do offline and move it online? Think about bookkeeping. Perfect fit. Number 2, is it something customers will use frequently? You're not going to pay a monthly fee for a tool you only need once a year. It has to be regular. And number 3, and this one is critical, is storing the customer's data a key benefit? Think about it. The whole point of Evernote is that your notes are saved there, safe and accessible. That makes a service sticky. It makes it hard for people to leave. So there you have it. If you can confidently say yes to these 3 questions, then the SaaS model isn't just an option, it's probably a massive strategic advantage for your idea. So I'll leave you with a little challenge. Now that you have this framework, just look around at your own week. What's a clunky, offline process or service you deal with all the time that is just begging for someone to come along and turn it into the next great software as a service?